to Grow is a journey through the season of Lent through the lens of both producing and preparing food. I experience God most readily through working in my garden and having my hands in the dirt, and I also experience God most readily when I'm gathered around the table with friends and family. And so in combining these two things together, I looked at how we can grow during the season of Lent as we prepare our hearts and minds and grow towards both the crucifixion of Christ and the resurrection of Christ on Easter morning. The idea for A Time to Grow came from a place where I was trying desperately to connect with some of my rural parishioners. I am a city kid through and through, or at least I used to be, and I had come off of working in a very, very liberal context and with college students for 4 years. And I was desperately trying to connect with my very, very rural parishioners in my new setting. The thing that we had in common time and time again was that many of them had gardens, and I loved to grow food. I spent a lot of time in my grandfather's garden and in my grandmother's kitchen, preparing the bounty from the garden and storing it up for the year as a child, and I have amazing memories of those times. And so in continuing to learn to garden on my own, in starting to keep things like chickens and bees, I have found a connection with my parishioners in a way that I hadn't necessarily expected or anticipated. And so through that connection, I began to think of the ways in which the season of Lent can be seen as a time to grow. I hope that readers take away a new appreciation for their food and where their food comes from, but also how that food is incorporated into the order and into the beauty of God's creation. I hope that people take away the idea that Lent, even though it is a season of repentance, even though it is a season of reflection, can take away that it's a time when we can grow into new and abundant life through the joy of the resurrection.